Hi there wrestling fans, professional wrestler Sam Bailey here, introducing you to the Mark Payne YouTube channel, where he reviews all sorts from F1 to old WWF to WWE to British wrestling, where yours truly features highly. So go and watch this little bit. I'm not going to insult Mark Payne myself, I'm just going to say that I'm on a trampoline, and enjoy. Woo.
You see, a wrestler who appreciates me, yes. Finally, somebody's not going to diss me for something. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am, of course, Mark Payne. That was Sam Bailey, super silent Sam Bailey. You can see him all over the northwest of England in PCW, Infinite, and NGW, and, of course, my beloved Future Shock. Check out his Facebook page. It's down there. We are here to talk about WWE No Way Out. Are we not? Watched it tonight. Tonight is Monday, if you're wondering. Of course, I couldn't stay up and watch it live. I would have done if I had the chance, but I was fast asleep by the time this show started, I'm afraid, guys. It's now about 10 o'clock at night. I've literally just finished watching it. I had to watch it in 2 stints, if you can believe that. Shall we go through this one, shall we? I didn't watch the pre-show, obviously, because it was on last night, so I don't know what happened in that one, I'm afraid. My first contest was Sheamus defeating Dolph Ziggler in an okay match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, one of the things you can probably imagine that I'm going to say here is, my God, there was a lot of sleeper holds in this one. I know Dolph Ziggler does this sleeper, but, you know, there's a lot of them, a real lot. Lovely DDT got 2 for Dolph, which makes me mark out. Also, a modified tricking wing also got me marking out. Interesting one with this one is, even though he's been booked to oblivion, like as I said on my predictions vid, since WrestleMania, Dolph Ziggler was really quite over in this one, the Let's Go Ziggler chant, and when Dolph hit the zigzag for a very, very close near fall, I think a lot of the crowd thought we had a new champion. They really did, and they were really willing him on. Disappointment then, of course, when Sheamus hits the bro kick for the win, but the crowd also popped for that, which was a bit strange. This was a 2-star match. These two could have better. I know they can. There's quite a few botches, and there was a lot of you could hear them talking to each other quite clearly throughout the whole match if you were looking for it, which is all good. If he doesn't like me, it bothers me a lot, but you know. 2-star opener match. Next, Santino defeating Ricardo Rodreguez in an absolutely terrible tuxedo match. Let me tell you something, Willis. The fans chanted boring loudly and vehemently at the 2 competitors at this one, and they were completely fucking right, completely justified. This match I would have complained about if it had been on Raw and or SmackDown. I mean, this is a match that I never want to see, ever, right? But I feel bad for you if you paid for this one. Doesn't help, of course, when the announcers are going through, when they're going through the match. They're talking about the famous tuxedo matches that have happened in the past. I say famous, in one of those, really famous. But, the thing of note is that every single one of these tuxedo matches that they talked about happened on free TV, not on pay-per-view. Just a thought. Next, Christian defeating Cody Rhodes in a good match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. You can probably guess where I'm going with this one. Psychology, baby, and lots of it, as Cody spent the majority of the match on the offense. Christian got very, very little offense in here, but Cody, who got the bulk of the offense, most of that time was working the arm. Now, I'm sure, and don't get me wrong, before I go on, I love psychology, as you know, and I loved the psychology in this one, but there are things about psychology in wrestling that I don't like, and there are 2 prime examples of it in this one. The first one is that surely Cody Rhodes was working the wrong body parts when he was working the arm of Christian. I understand that Christian came back from a shoulder injury and all that, but, at least I think he did. Didn't he? That's when it was out. He had a shoulder injury, didn't he? Anyway, the point is that on Raw, in the number 1 contenders match, I think it was number 1 contender. Yeah, when Dolph Ziggler won to get to Sheamus, Christian landed hard on his leg, and he lost the match because he injured his leg. So surely good psychology would have been to work the leg of Christian, not the arm. The second part of it is in one of those little mute points is that Cody Rhodes spends the whole of the match working the left arm. Christian then uses the left arm to hit the spear. And for my money, he doesn't sell the arm enough. I mean, if you spent the whole match getting your arm worked over, and then you use your arm and your shoulder to hit the spear, sure, that will be excruciatingly painful. And he does it so like his arm is dead and everything. But for my money, you should be selling it more. I enjoy it. I mean, I think personally this was the best match of the night, just because of the psychological factors. Oh, maybe the triple threat. It's one of the two, isn't it? And then in a bonus match, the first of 3, Titus, ONeil, and Darren Young defeated the Usos, Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel, and Primo and Epico in sort of bonus fatal 4-way match. I'll tell you something about this one. There's 2 things to know here. The first one is I spent the first couple of minutes of this match legitimately trying to remember who the tag team champions are. Like, who are the tag team champions? Match is going on my computer screen in front of me. Like, who are the champions? Who are the champions? And it's, oh yeah, Kofi and R-Truth, that's right. And then, bearing in mind that I don't watch NXT or Superstars or anything like that, I haven't seen Tyson Kidd in fracking ages, and that guy really, really impressed me, I have to say. Especially where he did a Hurricane Rana on the top rope to Primo, where all the other guys were on the outside, and the Rana landed on him. That was fantastic. That was probably the best spot of the match, to be honest. 1-star match, though, because there wasn't really anything to it. I mean, I've got 4 teams here, 4 young, bright teams, 3 of them wearing matching outfits. Major props. Mark Payne thinking that, WWE's tag team division is struggling and has been struggling for years, but you've got 4 teams here. Fucking do something with them. But I have no reason to care. I don't know which one's the heel or the face. I didn't know that the Young and Brown were called the prime time players before this. Honest, I didn't. Anyway, a gutbuster gets the win for Young, and then AEW jumps ship because he was with Epico and Primo. He joins up with the primetime players, and then a little bit of a brawl happens, and that's nice. And then, lordy, here comes Triple H for one of his very long promos on a show that we've paid to watch, and he got his serious voice on, and I don't care. Basically, to cut a very long promo down to about this much, he wants Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Yay! That's not for another 2 months. And then Layla defeating Beth Pheonix in an absolutely freaking awful Divas title match to retain the belt. Divas title needs to come off Layla immediately, in my opinion, because she has done nothing of note whatsoever since she came back. Nothing. Actually, really, if you think about it, nothing. And these Divas matches are just getting absolutely worse. Layla get the win after, oh my god, this was the problem. Maybe one of the problems with this match, 7 minutes almost it went, and it felt double. Just like, please get on with it. In the back, Kane makes out with AJ, which is lovely. And then, in a match that we've never seen this one before, our second bonus match, unadvertised match, is Sin Cara defeating Hunico in their 5,000th rematch. Who cares about this one? Who cares? They're still doing that bullshit lighting thing where they light the ring in blue and gold for Sin Cara, which bugs me. Tell you what else bugs me. Check this one out. Michael Cole and his fucking bollocks. He claims that Sin Cara, now I'm assuming they're on about him when he was Mystico in Mexico, but they claim that he's the biggest box office draw in the history of Mexico. Which I'm sat there thinking like, God, people like Vampiro must be pissed off when they hear that, because I'm pretty certain people like Vampiro and Conan were much bigger draws than Mystico ever was. But anyway, the crowd were into this one. I wasn't into this one one bit. This was a long Smackdown match. I wouldn't give a fuck about it if it was on Smackdown. I don't give a fuck about it on this one. Next, 3-way title match. Yeah, this was the best match tonight. So according to my star ratings, this was the best match. But I have issue with this one. As CM Punk defeats Kane and Daniel Bryan in a good triple threat match to retain the WWE Championship. Now, I could talk about this match. It was good. I expected better from all 3 men, to be honest. But it was a 3-star match. It was alright. But I have 2 big issues going into this one. Both of them centre around AJ. Oh, yes, they do. My issue with this one, I should have mentioned this on my predictions vid, but I just didn't really care about the match, is that the build going into this one was so focused on AJ and would she screw someone or who was she in love with and all that jazz, that for me, something was forgotten about this one, and that is, can you wait for it, the WWE Championship, the thing that was actually on the line in the match felt like a big afterthought. The main prize, what is meant to be considered the most prestigious championship in all of wrestling, WWE Championship, was sat on the back burner for this, and you're just like, oh, for goodness sake. And then, to make that a little bit better, or a little bit worse, however we want to put it, AJ, who was a bit, like I say, had been all this focus, yeah, was in the match for about 5 seconds as she got off an apron. Kane got pushed into and knocked her off. Punk into Guri, and they go to sleep for the win. Yay! And then Kane carries AJ out. Yay! While she smiles at CM Punk. Woo! Which makes me think that this storyline is far from over. I'm genuinely intrigued to see where they go with Bryan from here, because he wasn't the one who was pinned. He was completely out of the ring when all this was happening. So yeah, it could be interesting. So I'm thinking that this storyline is far from over. And our third and final bonus unadvertised match. Thank you, WWE, for giving us 3 whole extra matches. Rybeck defeated Dan Delaney and Rob Grimes in an absolutely freaking nothing match. I mean, nothing. Let me tell you something, Willis. If they must force feed us matches like this with Rybeck squashing people left, right, and centre, can we start having him squashing people I've heard of? Because let's put it this way. Here's a thought, right? If this guy is just beating jobbers, then let's think about this. What's he done so far? Well, he's beaten jobbers. Way. That means nothing, doesn't it? Until he gets into the mid-carders and he starts destroying them. Why would anyone give a fuck about him? This now needs to stop because it's gone on too far and it will start to hurt the character. I guarantee it. And then in the main event, John Cena defeating the Big Show in a match that I had no expectations for, therefore I enjoyed more than I thought I would. But that doesn't mean it was any good. This was a 1-star match. Let me just put that on. Gotta love 2 things about this one. First is that John Laurinaitis is a fantastic Butlins red coat that he's wearing. Looks brilliant. There's an English joke for any of my American viewers that won't get that one bit. Secondly, how good is good old Vince McMahon at no selling the concussion that he allegedly had suffered on Raw, thanks to the Big Slow. Anyway, the crowd were quite live with this one. Show's flying elbow looked impressive. Well, it would have done if it actually hit. Ace stops Cena. Let's go through this one. I actually wrote some notes for this one. Ace stops Cena escaping, but Vince stops him. And then the door, Ace slams into Vince. Vince goes flying into the door. The door goes into Cena's face because, my God, we've never seen a cage match where the door's been slammed into one of the competitors' faces. Have we? Never. Yeah, anyway, referee gets knocked the fuck out. Brodus Clay comes out with a chair as Big Slow's trying to get out of the door. They know you're not going to come out of here. And then we get Jobber Central as Santino and Alex Riley and Zack Ryder all come out and they all just they try to climb the cage, so Big Slow just goes bleh and pushes them off, and that's all you see of them. They can't survive the fall off the 2-3 meters up that they are. It's just devastating. It's just too much. Anyway, oh mate, oh man. Cena gets up. Kofi Kingston comes out to stop the jobber rot. He knocked because Show had been trying to climb the cage, knocks him off the cage. Cena gets up. Attitude adjustments, which the announcers go fucking nuts for because we've never seen it before. Let me think. WrestleMania 20, for example, or which WrestleMania was it when it was Big Slow and Edge and Cena, whichever that one was. He did it on. He did the attitude adjustment on Big Show and Edge at the same time, didn't he? So the announcers going that batshit for it. It just doesn't really work. Anyway, Cena tries to escape. Ace is there with his fucking crutch. Brodus goes and takes care of him. They both try and crawl. Big Slow's trying to crawl out. Cena's at the top. Cena just jumps off. In one of those, why do they just do that in every cage match? You're at the top. It looks like your dude's gonna beat you to it. They just jump off. Brilliant. So he does. Vince fires Ace. Attitude adjustment through the table. Whoop-de-doo, 1 star. Like I say, I enjoyed it more than I was expecting, but that's because I had 0 expectations for it. Let me tell you about this show. God damn, this felt like a long-ass edition of Raw, did it not? The thing is, it actually wasn't. And one of the 3-hour editions of Raw routinely goes over 3 hours, and this show was, less than 3 hours, so it didn't feel like a long Raw. Actually, if you want to be technical, this just felt like a Raw, didn't it? It's not a long episode of Raw, just an episode of Raw without ad breaks. Didn't it? It felt longer because it had no ad breaks in it. This was crap, man. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 because it had 2 good matches in it. But the rest was so much filler, and 3 bonus matches is something that I'm just not interested in seeing one bit. I am so glad that I did not pay for this pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Mark Payne. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this pay-per-view down here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. My next vid is going to be an episode 10 years ago. I'm going to do a 10 years ago episode about King of the Ring 2002, surprisingly. And that is your lot. Thank you very much to Sam Bailey for the introduction. Go check him out. He's fucking awesome. He really is. I've been Mark Payne, and I'll see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.